like how you said that though, like just that, like all of you echoed this, just that moment where somebody actually gives a shit about you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and being able to be strong enough to be that person in that moment, even if it means you're listening and you're helping them like solve their problem outside of just that conversation, and referring, like we said, or if it means that we're having this conversation tonight and we're gonna, chat back and forth for a few hours, or if it means meeting up for tea a little later in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just, yeah,
Yeah.
community care and taking care of each other and being kind, doing those check-ins, being brave enough to check in with others, and then also being brave enough to allow people to check in with you, and
Mm-hmm.
creating that, and being open and saying yes, you can reach out and you can message me in your circles, is so important.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
for
think
sharing.
Carol really touched on it too when she had mentioned that like the amount of mental health resources that we have available in Northern Ontario is very, very much lacking, and I
Mhm.
think that I mean, my own personal journey in trying to find those resources. Oftentimes I find myself kind of coming up short. Like I can't find access to the resources, and I'm sure a lot of other people are having that same trouble. And it really does come down to if you are aware that these resources are lacking, and that there's a kind of a I guess a bit of a dearth of those resources, that you can be that resource just through the simple act of reaching out to somebody that you know or that you hadn't talked to in a while, or maybe that you do talk to on a regular basis, and just say, hey, how are you doing? Touching base, and let them talk, and then you'll find that oftentimes that just that act alone, that act of kindness, it goes such a long way for somebody. So
And I think it's important too. I found with the people that have reached out to me is establishing a relationship. And I don't mean it has to be a personal relationship or a professional relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but just establishing a relationship or a rapport where that individual is not uncomfortable sending me a message and saying, "Hey, Carol, can we meet for tea?"
Mm-hmm.
Because many times, and I've been there myself thinking, "Oh, I don't know if they want to hear from me. Oh, I don't know if I should." You know what? You need to establish it. And like I said, I'm here and I'm more than willing to help. And if I can even just sit and have a cup of tea by the waterfront with somebody, that might help.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but establishing a relationship with whomever, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, but somebody who you're comfortable in going to and who will listen to you
yeah.
and who's going to be there when you reach out.
Hmm.
Well, that kind of leads me to, like, I don't want to lose you, right? So I don't want to lose anybody who's watching today. I don't want to lose anybody who's in this call. I don't want to lose anybody else. Um, so it leads me to why it was so important to do this episode. I lost some friends recently, and they're really important to me. So this episode's in loving memory of Caleb Seaton and Kenneth Miskimins. First, um, I lost them in this journey we call life. We all lost them. So I don't want to lose any of you. So reach out and call home. Call home. Come home if you need to. Um, and my second is to add some positivity, is to make sure you keep reaching out and you keep talking to your people. I also, during COVID-19, lost my friend Adam, not from mental wellness. He had 22q or DeGeorge syndrome, and so he had heart complications, and we lost him. And the last thing I said to him is, I hope you feel better and drink lots of tea. And then the last thing he said to me is, why tea? And I didn't answer him because I was too busy. So make sure you answer your people. Adam was all about positivity, and he was shutting down. His organs were shutting down, and he didn't know. And he was positive right till the very end. So if you want to learn more about Adam, he has a Facebook page. It's called Positivity with 22Q. And I just wanted to, dedicate this to those, to Caleb and to Kenneth and to Adam. and to those that you have may have lost. And I just want to tell you folks that I don't want to lose you. So please reach out, call home. Our email is ccandseith@gmail.com, and I'm going to let Seith take over now. We knew this was going to happen.
Thank you very much.
We're all
Cece.
crying.
That was very beautiful.